welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I created this purple look, just keep watching. To begin, I am going to prep my face with my vitamin E cream, but I did add some avocado oil to it. If it looks a little green, that is why. So I'm just going to get the tiniest amount you can just because it does have oil in it. You don't want your face to be a little too greasy, but we are going to let this sink into the skin anyway and go ahead and finish up our brows off camera. You might notice after the brow trick my brows are just uneven, but that's alright, they're never the same anyway. Taking my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Toffee Pecan, I am going to just bounce that into the skin with a beauty blender. I don't know why I did this part first, I just did this first this time, I guess. But after taping my eyes, just to give myself a good guideline, I'm going to take my Morphe 35V Stunning Vibes palette and go into this shade called Bad Boy and just going to work that into my crease. And I may not show it here, but I am dipping back into the shade just to get the most color payout I can. So packing and blending, packing and blending. Next, I'm going to take my LA Colors Purple Cashmere palette, and I'm just going to take this shade purple that does not have a name, and I'm just going to add a bit more dimension by blending out the darker shade with that. Then taking my NYX eyeshadow base in white, I am going to cut my crease with this. And like I always say in every video, just make sure you guys practice with cutting your crease because practice makes perfect. Taking a bit more of Bad Boy, we are going to start closing in the outer corners with that. So just make sure you pack on the shade and blend it out. Taking this really pretty iridescent kind of white single shadow from Color Spell, I am going to work this onto the front part. I don't even know what to call it. The first half of my lid closest to the inner corner. Just going to pack that onto the concealer there. Then taking this color called Crush from my Morphe palette, I'm going to use this as the transition shade between that white and the darker purple. I'm just going to take the concealer brush that I used to do my brows and clean up that line a bit. Then I'm going to finish my other eye off camera, throw on some lashes, and finish the rest of my face. So taking my Maybelline Master Conceal, and I don't even know what shade this is, I'll list it in the description box below. I'm just going to apply it like you usually do any concealer you have and just go ahead and work that under the eyes to clean up even more of the fallout I may have had. I'm going to contour with my Wet n Wild contouring palette with the darker side. Most of the way, this video, I'm really doing a lot of things out of order, and I don't know why I just did it that way. Taking my LA Colors Mineral Press Powder, I'm going to sort of clean up any harsh lines I might have added with the contour and the concealer. I'm just going to work that into my neck and the bottom half of my face, on my forehead, my nose, really just kind of pressing and melting everything into the skin so it looks more natural. It's funny though, because even though I did all of that just to make everything look more natural, I still left that line next to my eye. So yeah, going to redraw the contour line on my nose just because I used that powder to kind of melt everything away. So I'm just going to just draw these lines in again and carve out my nose, or contour my nose, whatever you call this part. And doing yet another thing out of order, I'm going to set the concealer under my eyes with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 30 medium deep. And I'm going to I'm not going to bake. I don't usually bake anymore. I'm just going to set it all in so that concealer can be locked into place. Taking the shade Crush again, I'm going to just place that under the eye real fast and smoke it out a bit. After that, I'm going to take that single shadow again and I'm going to place that under my eyes for a highlight on the brow and also on the inner corners. Then I'm just going to take my blush and do what you do with blush, just like any other day. Then I'm going to set everything in with my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray, and I'm going to apply a generous amount just so that the highlight here that I'm using will show a bit more. And what I did was I took that Color Spell shadow that we used on the eyes and threw it into my Wet n Wild highlighting powder called Golden Flower Crown, I believe, just to make it pop a bit more. And for the lips, I'm going to go with a combo with these two. I'm taking my CoverGirl Melting Pout Matte in Paradise Lost, And I'm just going to apply that first. It is a stain or something like that, I believe, so it's not going to show up all the way. So in the middle, I'm just placing this LA Colors matte lipstick in Suede, and I'm going to just blend those two together so it comes together effortlessly. So once you're done with the lips, you are finished with the face. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I hope to see you all in my next video.